What was it specifically when you read the Quran? What was it that clicked for you and said, yeah, this couldn't have been from man. This is from God.
The fact that it was from beginning to end, because you have to read it from the beginning to end. You cannot just go from around, you'll be confused, lost. If you read it from beginning to end, you will realize that it stays consistent from beginning to end. Like it's so full of different topics linked together in a very consistent, coherent way. You know what I mean?
Do you have an example? Because Kareem, I've read the Quran, and I actually see the opposite. I see that the Quran is very discombobulated with its topics. Like you'll have 5 verses talking about one thing, and then the next verse will be talking about something completely different that is disconnected, that has nothing to do with what was said previously. So, I mean, do you have an example of something being consistent?
No,
and then
when I say stay consistent, like I told you, it's about different topics. You know what I mean? It cannot just be.
So, are you saying that if a book is consistent, then like with its topic and what it talks about, then that means it's from God?
No. I'm coming to the I get it. It's not. It doesn't seem like it's from God or anything. It seems like anyone can do it.
This is what I need, Kareem. I need what is it like what is the thing that makes it clear that it's from God? Like that's what
I'm coming to that. So when you see this in the beginning, it's superficially, it seems like it's normal. Yeah, it's consistent, topics different, and that's it. But when you see the history of it, when was this book written? Do you agree? Like, do we agree both now that, do you know that the Quran was written more than 1,400 years ago, right? We have, that's undeniable. We cannot deny that, right?
Correct. It comes from 1,400 years.
We have copies. We have. I researched. We found proofs that it goes back to the source, like when it was first revealed. Do we agree to that?
We don't have that. We do know that it's 1,400 years ago, but it doesn't go back to like a source.
I don't have the real source here, but when was the? Do you know when was the latest, the oldest copy of the Quran, or the? You know what I mean? When does it go?
So we have like manuscripts or that are pretty old, but the problem is that a lot of them have variations with the Qurans that we have out today. So the manuscripts, there's variations in the readings in the text that don't match other manuscripts that we have today.
But when I did my research, it was like 114 chapter, same number of verses, same number.
You don't have
everything,
Brother Kareem, you don't have a Quran. We don't have a full 114 chapters Quran that dates back 1,400 years ago. We don't have that.
Like around the world right now, like any place, anywhere in the world right now, or even in the past, like we can go like 500 years ago, 300 years ago, 200 years ago. All the copies we have, do we agree that they're all the same?
No, brother.
No difference in chapters, nor in verses, nor in words.
Yeah, I have 3 different Qurans here. They're different. Now they have the same number of chapters, but verses,
words and everything.
They have their difference in wording. Yeah, they read differently.
No, words, number of words, verses, and everything.
Yeah, the wording is different.
What do you mean wording is different?
So I'll show you an example. So this Quran right here, this is called the Kalun Quran, right? Kalun, recitation of Kalun. This one is the Warsh recitation.
I got it.
And this one is Hafs, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you on the screen because it's just easier to show you. There's a Muslim website. It's a really good website, actually. It has a whole database of Quran readings and recitations and stuff like that. I'm going to show you that there's some that have words missing or a word there, or their words are different with different meanings. Let me just show you that really quick, okay, on my screen. So this is chapter 57, verse 24. This will be the Hafs reading, okay?
Yeah.
This is the Hafs, the first one that we're reading. So do you read Arabic, by the way?
Yes, I read Arabic.
Oh, perfect. Okay, that's good. So you see the word here, hua, right?
Yes.
All right. So the word hua there, and then it finishes out the verse. Allah, hua. I don't know that word. You would know. Okay. So this word hua, when we go to the Kalun reading, is gone. It's not there. And when we look at the Warsh reading, it's also not there. Okay. So it's a word difference.
That's the difference you were talking about,
It's one of them. Yes, it's one of them.
and that is like, that is for you enough to say yes, the Quran is changed. It's different from this. Is enough for you to say, right?
Yeah. It's enough to say that they are not word for word the same. We know that they're.
But you realize, like, I'm sorry, but you realize that me as a Arabic speaking person, a Muslim, when I see this, like, you're not giving me some like breaking argument of saying that it's changed. It's the same, literally the same. It reads the same, except
How does it read the same? How does it read the same if a word is there in one
like
verse?
for me, if I read if I read it right now to me, in the first one, فإن الله هو الغني الحميد. I go to the second one, فإن الله الغني الحميد. It literally is the same meaning. It literally, there's nothing that is changed in there except that maybe the word huwa is not there. That's all you're saying to me right now.
So Kareem, notice what you said at first. At first you said that all the Qurans everywhere are the same, even in their wording. They're the same, right? So yes. I'm showing you, because I agree with you. I agree with you that even with this difference, the meaning of the verse doesn't change.
And I agree. I'm sorry. Allow me to interrupt. For these things that you said, the three Quran that you presented, that is recitations. Because this is something. Listen, this is something about the Arabs. This is something about the Arabs. Back at the time, there were a lot of tribes. There's different Arabic that speaks in different kind of dialects.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, I need you to listen to me really quick, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about recitation, how you say a word. I'm talking about the reading of the text. The text here has a word that is gone in the other Qurans.
But for you, that is a word, yes, but it is just a way of
I need you to listen, Kareem. I need you to listen. I understand that even with the word gone in the other Qurans, the meaning of the verse stays the same. It doesn't change the meaning. However, the wording of the text, the wording of the verse is different. Can we agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. So your point was earlier, wasn't that they have the same meanings of all the Qurans. You said that they're word for word the same. So I'm showing you that they're not word for word the same. Now, if you want to say that the meaning doesn't change, that's fine. I can give you that in this case. Now I can show you another case where it's a different word that does change the meaning. Can I show you that?
Please go ahead.
Okay. All right. So let me show you where it changes the word and the meaning. So here's chapter 37, verse 12. So this is the Hafs reading. This is Kalun. Now they say the same thing, Warsh. They say the same thing as each other. All right. Can you read the verse for us?
بل عجبت ويسخرون.
Awesome. And what if you could translate that in English? What does abjepta mean? Abjepta.
عجبت. It's like I don't know exactly, but it's surprised.
Like you were surprised, right?
Something like this.
Right. Good. So it says, but you were surprised while they mocked, right?
Yes.
All right. So Allah is speaking to Muhammad when he was reciting the Quran to the disbelievers, and then they mocked Muhammad. They mocked the revelation. Allah says to him, but you, ajabta, but you are surprised while they mock, right? So this is the word we're going to be paying attention to, ajabta. You were surprised, okay?
Yes.
Now, we're going to scroll down here to another reading of the Quran. See, usually a lot of them say the same thing, but there's others that say that would have a difference. So here it is. There's the difference. It does it in colors. That's why I like this website. It colors the difference. All right, go ahead and read this one. This is the Khalif Quran. Khalif on the authority of Hamza.
Yes. بل عجبت ويسخرون. Yes. It's like yeah.
Mm-hmm. So same thing, right? It means surprise. However, the subject changes, right? In earlier, objecta is you were surprised while they mocked. Ajabtu is I was surprised while they mocked, correct?
Yes.
So now it changes from, so Allah saying you Muhammad were surprised while they mocked, to in this reading of the Quran, Allah is saying, I was surprised while they mocked. So those are two completely different things, right?
Yes, different. You know, for who? Different. These things that you're saying to me, you know, different for who? Do you know who?
They're different in the Quran.
For who? For who? For
What
which
do you mean?
people?
For anyone.
Like these differences that you're presenting, they are different from who? From which one's perspective?
From the Quran's perspective, brother.
No, it's from.
It depends on which Quran you're reading. If you're reading this Quran, it's you were surprised, ajabta. If you're reading this Quran, it's ajabtu, I was surprised.
Because these readings that you present, these readings, it's even written there. It's in the this reading, different readings.
Yes.
It's for different people. You know what I mean? For different people who reads that in that way. You know what I mean? For the Arabs tribes.
I got you.
That were given these texts, because
I got you.
You have to understand the history of the Arabs to be able to understand why is it like this, different from there are some small slightly changes to differences.
Yeah, but this isn't small, right? Allah saying I was surprised is not a small difference. Would you agree?
It's not that. It's not Allah is saying. It's the Quran is for. It's not for a specific group of people. It's for different people that reads in different ways. So just try to understand what I'm saying. It's not it's not the same for everyone. Some people reads in different ways. You know what I mean? And let me finish. And the text needs to be adjusted for the way they speak. You have to understand what I'm saying.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. Here's the problem, though. The problem is, Kareem, is that you made the argument earlier that the Quran is consistent all across the world, and that wherever you go in the world, it's the same and there's no change. There's no difference. However, when we actually look at these Qurans, there are differences, and it's not just in wording, but in meaning as well. The meaning changes. The context changes. So now here's the big problem. Just listen to this. Remember, the theology of Islam is that the Quran is revealed by Allah. It's the speech of Allah, right? Verbatim his speech.
Yes.
So this is the issue. It's which one did Allah actually say? Did he say you were surprised talking to Muhammad? Or did he say I was surprised talking about himself? Which one did he say? Those two are completely different things.
Yes.
You understand? So the Qurans are not the same.
But let's. I cannot I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I know the answer to these little detailed questions, that I'm not educated enough for these things.
Sure.
Does not say that the answer is not there. It just doesn't mean that I don't know it. But what I'm saying to you, the foundation of my faith, of why I believe what I believe, it's not. I can defend it myself. You know what I mean? I can explain it. It's enough for me to believe what I believe. These detailed questions that I don't know the answer to, I cannot base my faith on them. There is an answer to that question, but I don't know the answer. That's what I'm saying to you.
Let me
Yes?
Sorry. Let me tell you why this is important. It's directly relevant to you, right? Remember, I asked you, what is it that convinced you that the Quran is from God? And what you told me was its consistency and how
I haven't finished my answer.
I know, just in line with this particular thing, you're saying its consistency and the fact that it's unchanged. Like you can go anywhere in the world,
yes.
And the Quran is preserved word for word, the same with the same meaning.
And that's
right?
the opinion held by every Muslim on the planet will tell you this. But
I know.
To explain this issue that you presented to me, I told you I don't have the answer to it.
I know that's fair. I know that's fair. Let me just
around. There's this popular and changed opinion that the Quran is.
I got you. Look,
you know what I mean?
I'm telling you right now, Kareem. I know what you're saying. If I bring up any Muslim up here, they'll say the same thing you're saying. They'll say the same thing.
Exactly.
This is why This is why I do what I do. I'm doing what I'm doing because a lot of Muslims, most Muslims in the world, are misled by this myth. That the Quran is perfectly preserved, word for word, letter for letter, the same wherever you go. That's why I'm doing this, is to show you that the very foundation of your belief, like what you gave me, this is what you said. The foundation of your belief that it's unchanged, the Quran's unchanged, and it's perfectly consistent wherever you go. I'm showing you that that's not true. The Quran, and when you look at different Qurans, it's inconsistent. They're not the same. Their meanings are changed. So the reason why you hold to the Quran and believe it's from God is what I'm saying is the same reason that you should reject it, because it's not true.
But when you say different Quran, like do you think that there's this Quran, this Quran, this Quran, or do you think that it's just a copy that everyone has with the same? With
this Quran, and this Quran, these are all different Qurans, my brother.
But it's not like they're not labeled as different. They're different readings. Recitation, like you said earlier. I heard this. I don't know where reading of Warsh, reading of this, reading of this. I'm not educated about these things, but I believe there is an answer to it, and I've heard it before, but I don't know how to defend it right now. So I'm sorry. If you want me to carry on why I believe this is
let's give me another reason. Another reason why you believe Islam.
This was just one of them, you know what I mean?
Well, this can't be one of them now. This one's on the shelf right now. This one's
I told you I can't defend it, but there's an answer to it. That's all I can say, you know.
There's not an answer, man. I've been doing this a long time.
Well, I'm sure I've heard it before, but I just gotta find someone that can answer it for you, but I can't. I'm sorry.
Okay.
If you want me to carry on to a second reason why I told you.
All right. So what is something else that has convinced you that the Quran is from God?
Yes. And this is you know what I mean, more than the consistency part, you know.
Okay.
About when I told you in the beginning, people were saying to me that this is from God. Like, who wrote this book? The author of the Quran is God. Well, how was it? It was revealed to a man called Muhammad, you know, peace be upon him. That's what we know. But what is it about it? Like, yes, it's just a book, consistent. We can even add this. It's consistent, it doesn't change, and this and all of this. But what is it about it? How can we put two books, the Quran and another book, and say this is from God, this is not from God?
Well, it's not consistent. We already got that part.
But, you know, I'm just saying, yeah, I told you. The fact that it's consistent and never changed, even if we gave it this, which it is, but you know,
we can't give it there right now.
even if I told you, even if we give it to it, it doesn't mean it's from God. Like, what is it about it that it's from God?
So what makes it from God, brother? That's what I need.
That's what I'm getting to. What I found is when I research why is it from God, like what is it about it? What contains that it's from God? The informations that are in the Quran, the way the Quran speaks about things in the world, about scientific miracles, scientific discovery that we're making today. The way it speaks about them in a very confident and strangely accurate way, and also to highlight non-ambiguous way. You know what I mean? That's more important. Because you can make a lot of you speak about a lot of things in a very ambiguous way. You know, you say things and you don't want to. You're afraid to make a mistake. You know what I mean? You're afraid to make a mistake. That's why you cannot fully speak about the topic. Like really,
scientific miracles, Kareem. Is that what you're saying? Scientific miracles.
The things that that are in the Quran.
All right. So let me ask you this, brother. Today, you know? Let me ask you this. So with the standard that you just gave me, so because the Quran very clearly makes scientific claims that we're even just now discovering that are true.
Those are true.
Right? That it lines up with science. The Quran lines up with science. Is a demonstration that the Quran is from God. Is that correct?
This could never come from a human. You know.
Got it. Okay. So
especially if we give the context of where the Quran was. You know.
Let me ask you this then. Then this means that the opposite is true. If the Quran gets things scientifically incorrect, then that would mean that it's not from God and it's man-made, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let me show you something, man. Let me show you something. I'm gonna show you a scientific inaccuracy. So it talks about Dhul Qarnayn. I'll show the screen. Talks about Dhul Qarnayn. It says Let's use one. So he followed away. Right? So he followed away until, oh, look at this. Oh, how awesome this is, how they lie. Let's make sure we get one that doesn't try to add in and be honest with the text. There we go. All right. So he followed away until when he reached the setting place of the sun. He found it setting in a spring of black, muddy water. And he found a people near it. We said, O Dhul Qarnayn, either you punish them or treat them with kindness. So the Quran is saying that Dhul Qarnayn found the place here on earth where the sun sets, and it sets in a spring of hot water. Is that scientifically accurate?
What? What'd you say?
Is it scientifically accurate that the sun sets here on earth in a spring of water?
the phrasing of the word. He found it.
Mm-hmm.
He found it.
Yeah.
What do you think that it's literally meaning he found it, like he saw it, he found out where the sun actually sets, or he just
yes, because it says the same thing,
you know.
It says the same thing that he found the people living there too.
Because the verse you present, I read it in Arabic, so I literally don't see the problem with the verse because I know the Arabic version.
Good.
It doesn't say like he found it, like he discovered it, like he, you know what I mean? The way you want to present it, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean the way you presented it.
It says he found it in Arabic.
Yes, he found it, but for Arabic, for me as an Arabic speaking, he found it doesn't mean the way you want to present he found it, like he actually like found where the sun sets, you know?
It's more than that. Look, it's not just that he found it, he reached it. When he reached the setting place of the sun, he found it setting in a spring of hot water. So he reached the place, he made it to this destination and found it.
Like when you go to the beach or something and the sun is setting. All right?
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, no one would ever say that
the sun is setting. Did you reach the place where you can see the sun setting? You know what I mean?
No.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, the answer is no.
Why?
We can't reach where the sun sets. That's impossible. No one would ever say that.
But you know that the sun setting or sun is what's that? The sun is setting and the sun is rising. Like the sun doesn't actually rise and doesn't actually set. It's just our perspective. It's the way we see it.
Yeah, but the Quran says that. The Quran, and not only does the Quran say it, Muhammad says this. Are you Sunni?
Yes, Sunni.
Yeah, Muhammad elaborates on this and doubles down and says, yes, the sun sets in water. You want to see it?
In the hadiths.
Yes, in the hadith, brother. Let me show you.
Well, listen, I told you, the way I read it in my Arabic, there is no problem, there's no issues. It's just in the translation, with me, the way you interpret how you read the verse.
No, it has nothing to do with interpretation, brother. We're taking the verse for what it says. It says he reached the place where the sun sets and he found it setting in a spring of muddy water. So he found it.
He found it. It's not he found it, like I told you.
Yes, it is.
If you translate, that's the thing. If you translate, the meaning might change for your language. You know what I mean? But it's the real meaning. You don't have to. You have to look for a translation that is actually, you know, not word for word, but meaning for meaning. You know, that's how you don't get it wrong. Like you found it, you think it's just he found it, literally found it. You know what I mean?
Let me show you something. Let me show you that Muhammad actually doubles down on this. Sunan Abu Dawud 4002. It's great, Sahih. It's authentic. Narrated Abu Dar. I was sitting behind the Messenger of Allah, who was riding a donkey while the sun was setting. He asked, "Do you know where this sets?" Right? So he's talking about literal. I replied, "Allah and his apostle know best." He said, "It sets in a spring of warm water." So this isn't about it appearing how it appears to set, or from his perspective, Muhammad is making an absolute claim that the sun sets in a spring of warm water. You see what I'm saying?
I have never seen this hadith, but I don't know. I really don't know the interpretation. Okay. What is it about? I don't really know how to.
It's about the sun setting, brother. He's clarifying about where the sun sets, as you see. Abu Dhar is sitting behind the messenger while they're riding a donkey, right? And the sun is setting. It's getting dark, and so Muhammad, it's not Abu Dhar who asks. Muhammad is the one who brings it up. He says, "Do you know where this sets? Right? Do you know where the sun sets?" Abu Dhar replies and says, "Allah and his apostle know best. I don't know where it sets." And so Muhammad responds and answers. He says, "It sets in a spring of warm water, just like what the Quran says." So this is a scientific inaccuracy. The Quran got this wrong. Muhammad got this wrong.
No. If we take for the Quran only, not this, I don't know how to explain this hadith. I don't know. I'm not gonna, like I said, when I don't know, I don't know. I'm not gonna explain or tell you things that I don't know. But for the Quran, like I said, and again, the way I read it, like this Surah Al-Kahf, the chapter of Al-Kahf, we read it every Friday in the mosque, at home, every week. There is nothing in the way you presented this to be an issue. There's no problem. You know what I mean? But since you want to pick for the inaccuracies of the Quran, how about you talk about the real miracles, the scientific proven miracles that are true? You know what I mean? You're only taking this supposed inaccuracy. How do you explain the others?
Let me ask you this.
Actually proven.
Let me ask you this. If the Quran got everything correct, if it had all these things that were correct, but got one thing wrong, would it be from God?
Here's the thing. You know what you do right now. You want to hold on to this thing that I cannot explain. Like I said, I can't explain right now.
You don't have to.
You want to hold on to it.
I just want you to
take it as a mistake. You know what I mean?
I just want you to answer this. If the Quran got one thing wrong, would it be from God?
No. Yeah. No. It wouldn't be from
right.
God.
So
there's only one mistake.
Right. Exactly. So this is why I'm not worried about the other things that we can go over on another day, and I can show you why those things aren't actually accurate to what you think they are. But I'm able to grant you those things. If I can show you just one wrong thing, then that means that the Quran is not from God.
But you're not showing something like a breakthrough mistake, like something that is. You're not showing something really clear, like something that is.
I think you're being. You're in denial.
Something that is about perspective, like I said, and I can't explain because
it's not about. Hold on, let me do this again. It's not about perspective. Correct? Is Muhammad talking about perspective, or is he talking about absolutes?
For the hadith, I told you I've never seen this hadith. I know, but
for
the Quran, I told you the Quran part. I have no problem with it since I'm Arabic.
I know, but you can think for yourself. So when you read this hadith, is Muhammad talking about a subjective experience? Or is he speaking as a matter of fact, objectively, that this is where the sun sets? Is he talking about an opinion, or is he stating this as a fact?
I can't answer. I don't know.
You can't read it and answer this question.
I can read it, but I can't. I don't know what it's about. I don't know. I'm not gonna say.
So this is what I'm saying, brother. Kareem, look, listen. Because I like you, you're humble, but in the meantime, you're not allowing yourself to be honest enough to say the truth when you see a problem. You know what I'm saying? And so that's my issue right now, is that you're not willing.
The only problem here is, I told you, the only problem here for this that you presented is that I don't know. That's the problem. I don't know. I don't know. You do know. That's the thing. Yes, you do. I'm not. I told you, I'm not so deep educated into the hadiths and how to explain this, or whether this is reliable, this is not. I don't know.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can say. But I
So
told
look,
you for
I
the
got
other.
you. I have a lot of guests, but listen, I go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay. Please look into this. I want to see what you learn when you look into it. Okay. And come back and we'll talk about it. All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right. God bless you, bro. I'm like same time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every week. Okay.
All right. Thank you, bro.
All right. God bless you, man.
Welcome back, guys. I believe you enjoyed watching this video. Let us know your thoughts, what you learned. Don't forget to share our videos with your friends, your family. Subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos like this. I strongly believe that the purpose of this conversation is not to entertain. It is not for emotions or blind loyalty to a system. The purpose is to bring clarity and truth to you. And real truth does not fear examination. Real truth invites questions. It welcomes investigation and stands firm under scrutiny. In case you feel that questioning your faith is out of place, then that your faith is questionable. If a belief system claims to come from God, then it must be consistent with reality, it must be consistent with history, it must be consistent with morality, and it must be consistent with reasoning. Faith is not the absence of evidence. Faith is trust placed in what has been shown to be true. So I encourage you, don't outsource your thinking. Don't accept claims simply because they were handed down to you by your parents or by people you respect, or simply because those claims are popular around your region. So I urge you to test everything, follow the evidence wherever it leads, even if that journey challenges everything that you have always believed. Truth does not need emotional manipulation to survive. It does not need fear to keep its followers in line, and it does not collapse when honest questions are asked. What is true will always remain standing even through the test of time. And if this video made you to pause, reflect, or think something you have been told, then it has served its purpose. Because this channel exists to challenge the ideas, not attack people or a group of people. It is here to expose contradiction and not to insult, and to encourage thoughtful, respectful dialogue in the pursuit of truth. Until next time, stay tuned and stay honest. See you in our next video.